As you can see, we are joined by the 6th generation M3 and M4.
Let's look under the bonnet.
Let's do that.
Yeah. DC, the heart of the M3.
Absolutely amazing, Nick.
Incredible.
New S58 engine, am I right?
That's right. M twin power turbo,
Yep.
straight six, 375 kilowatts, 650 newton meters. Yeah, so we have the two competition
Yep.
models here today. So
Yep.
that's the 375 and the 650 newton meters. And then there'll be a non-competition
Yep.
model for
Yep.
both M3 and M4.
Yep.
And that's 353 kilowatts and 550 newton meters.
Yep.
So DC, there are some pretty amazing details about this engine. Two turbochargers, indirect charge air cooling, petrol direct injection system, and a maximum pressure of 350 bar. So what that does is give you instantaneous power
Yeah.
response, and just really, you've
Almost
got
sounds
that.
like something that should be part of a rocket ship
Yeah,
rather than a
right.
sports car, to be honest.
Well, when you're behind the wheel, it's pretty much what you've got.
Yes.
Other details, as you can see here, is that bracing. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the engine compartment, also underfloor.
Wow.
And with the front axle as well. So
Yeah.
what that's doing is sharpening the turn-in
Yeah.
incredibly.
Yeah.
Just
And
changing
is that
the
a
whole drive
lead into
experience.
the all-wheel drive platform that is coming later on?
That'll play a big part in
Yeah.
that as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
So strengthening the front end, extra rigidity.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So a lot of technical detail
Yep.
there, DC, makes the driving performance amazing. But how about we move from all of that
Yeah.
to the styling detail?
Now the styling, very integral part of these vehicles, because
It is.
the early days when there was a lot of renderings that were being posted on a lot of the web pages about what the styling is going to look like. We saw images of grills that were absolutely huge, mimicking what we introduced with the X7, and we had some similarities to what we see here today, but as with everything that the M guys do back in Garching, there's a reason for it all.
There
And
is.
You can see it here where it all actually, the grill and the bonnet complement each other, and it all starts making a little bit more sense.
It does. And
What can you tell me about the front?
Well,
Nick?
as we talked about in our first episode, it
Yeah.
just makes so much more sense when you see it
Yeah.
in the perspective of the
Correct.
whole front end.
Yeah.
So it's so aggressive, the way that the air intakes, the channeling,
Yeah.
and to me the grille looks like they're big inlets for the engine, which is what they are.
Well, it is. There's
Yeah.
an actual purpose for that amount of space as a grill and the additional air intakes that we get down below.
But this detailing around here, DC, how we've got the kidney grills
Yeah.
and the contouring of the bodywork
Yeah.
right up through the bonnet is something pretty special,
Yeah.
and that's what will set these cars apart when they're on the
correct.
road.
Very aggressive styling from the front, and you'll see as we go around to the side and the rear of the vehicles, again, the overall car, it all makes sense.
It really does.
Those early renderings were always just of the front grille, but no one ever actually got to see the whole car in its entirety. So now that we do have the cars in our presence, we'll go into a little bit more detail as we start doing that walk around. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the exterior features of the M3, which is Isle of Man
Nice to
green.
see you again.
Isle of Man green. Okay, so
Yes.
we're going to start off nice, big, fat wheels, Nick.
Amazing. 19-inch on the front, 20-inch on the rear.
Yeah.
275 section tyres on the
Yeah.
front and 285, so amazing grip
Yeah.
all around.
And
Yeah.
I see some special gold colours there on the inside. What's
Yes,
going on?
that denotes carbon ceramic brake package, so
Unbelievable.
immense stopping power.
Immense stopping power, and
Yeah.
don't overheat as quickly either.
That's correct, exactly.
Love these mirror caps.
Yeah, aren't they
It's one of my
fantastic?
favourites.
Yeah, aerodynamic, but also, don't they make a statement on their own?
They really do
Just
make a
apart
statement.
from the whole
Yeah.
exterior package.
Yeah, and as you can see, we go into that sort of dark theme with the black side skirts now.
Yes, that's right. I mean, I think they look like a race car. Looks like the
Yeah,
floor
it
of like a
actually
Formula
does.
One
Full
car.
on
doesn't it?
race car, and it brings out the dimension of the car. You've got the contours of the doors, you've got the wide hips, the bigger wheel arches, and then as you bring into the element of the side skirt against the colour of the Isle of Man green, obviously with the carbon elements, the roof, etc., the black wheels, it really gives you a little bit more detail as to the elements of those different features of
And
the
just
car.
presence too.
Yeah,
Amazing
absolutely
presence.
amazing. Now we're going to go back towards the rear of the car,
Yes.
one of my favourites.
Yes. DC, now that is one hot rear end.
It is.
Isn't it?
Love the wide stance, love the big hips.
Yes.
Very aggressive styling again from the rear, but
Yeah.
it doesn't just start down here.
Exactly. Starts in
on
the
the
middle
top.
of the car with the carbon roof.
Yep.
Down to the carbon gurney flap, so
Yeah.
that's extra downforce,
Yeah.
but also adds to the appearance. Down to the carbon diffuser enveloping that amazing exhaust system.
absolutely
100 mil
incredible.
exhaust, a feature of M cars these days.
I would have to say amongst the lineup at the moment, these two cars would have to have the most aggressive road presence. We're going to go into a little bit more technical detail about both cars, but we'll probably start off around the M4 competition in Sao Paulo yellow.
Yes. Long time no see.
Moving on. Nick, I can see there's a lot going on in the M4. From here I can see new infotainment system. We've got a new design steering wheel with some carbon features, pedals, internal console, carbon bucket seats, which are my absolute favourite. Absolutely love them.
I'm looking forward to having an office chair in one of these.
That's not a bad idea, actually. We should look into that as a new business opportunity. Can you tell me a little bit more about the specific details and some of those changes that we've introduced into this new generation, Nick?
Yeah, pretty amazing interior, DC. There's carbon on the steering wheel, those inlays. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? The carbon gear shifters as well. Yep. And then a lot of detail that really brings to life the performance elements. One element that's really special is the M Drive Professional, and that's been made for track driving. Oh wow. So when you and I are down at Phillip Island.
Actually looking forward to that. That's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, or anyone else, any of our customers.
With the groceries in the back. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Secured down nicely.
Nice.
You've got M Traction Control, which is that new system. It's got integrated wheel slip limitation function. What that does is it allows you to have some fun, but also keeps control. So you've got that level of assurance through the electronics. Another really nice feature, I think, is the M Drift Analyzer, and we've spoken about this before. But that is recording and rating your stats in cornering manoeuvres, which translated slides. So it just shows you that BMW M is looking after the enthusiasts.
And it gives you the ability to obviously hone in on your skills and get better and better by analysing that data.
That's
right. So good.
And you can go really deep with that data. You get lap times. All through the upgraded infotainment system, which is something else on these.
As M always does, it hones in on its racing heritage, which is really good.
Very much so.
Now the seats, Nick, my absolute favourite. Can you tell me?
Yeah, M carbon bucket seats. They reduce weight by 9.6 kilograms.
That is just staggering. That's incredible that seats will reduce that much weight.
Absolutely. Structure-based design, and you can dismantle the head restraint for motorsport/track activities.
Wow. So multi-purpose, just like, again, the M guys, they just make everything multi-purpose, from you buying your groceries to taking your girlfriend out on a date. So
but doesn't it just show that an M car, you can take it to the track, but then you can drive it home as well?
Yeah, very
as you said, the versatility.
Absolutely amazing. All right, well, since you're so comfortable, I might just leave you in there, Nick.
Thank you, sir.
What we didn't mention was the standard M Performance seats that are in the M3 as opposed to the bucket carbon seats in the M4.
Nice to see you again, DC.
Nice to see you, Nick.
What an interior.
What is going on in here?
Well, this is the interior of the M3 competition, and we're in Kyalami orange, and these are the sport seats. So not the carbon bucket seats from the M4, but
so
still
these are the standard ones?
Yes, they are, but trimmed in merino leather. Seriously comfortable, but also very sporty. Yes. Absolutely. Many functions, and just a nice place to be. Great ambience, but it's very sporty.
Absolutely beautiful. Love the colour contrast to the Isle of Man green, and really complements you as an individual as well, Nick. Well done. Love it. Thank you, mate.
Much appreciated.
All right, Nick. So I think enough of the magic tricks.